How is it possible that a Boeing plane would be able to destroy or two planes would be able to destroy the Twin Towers? Because they were constructed to withstand like a 707.
The towers were the first skyscrapers ever built explicitly to survive the impact of a plane. The Trade Center's designers tried to anticipate every possible disaster.
That is to take this jet airplane, run it into the building, destroy a lot of structure, and still have it stand up.
How do you bring that building down?
You can't. You gotta implode it.
You can't even implode it. It's too high. You gotta dismantle it from the top.
It didn't just collapse because it was a fire at the top. It never would.
It looks like a movie. Yeah. Just like that. It just went straight down. Yeah. It didn't go sideways or nothing.
Do you think it was another bomb in there?
You know, like when they bomb one of those buildings, when they
demolish it. Unbelievable.
The way the towers collapsed seems similar to pictures we've become accustomed to watching, as old buildings like the Kingdome in Seattle are taken down with explosives.
Explosives underneath the buildings, which also exploded at the same time and brought both of them down.
Now that's the first time we're hearing that. So two planes and explosives that were in the building, is that correct?
That is the working theory at this point.
Something else compromised them. They sort of imploded.
So what was the cause of the devastating, explosive failure that happened to the World Trade Center? How did such a massively strong steel building suddenly give way and come crashing down? Explosive.
Secondary explosion inside the building.
Because once the tower fell, you heard boom, 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 boom.
And we heard this boom, boom, boom.
They were planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom. All the way down.
So it was like boom, 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 like that.
Everything was pulverized.
Heard the boom, 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 boom. And you heard the boom, 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 boom. And everything was completely black.
You heard metal twisting, and then you heard from far away, boom, boom.
The noise and the way it came across the city.
And I said, there's no way, that's a steel structure. That, that's just draperies and carpets and so on. And I didn't really finish that sentence. And right up at the top, like we were invited to watch, boom, 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 down it started to come.
20 straight hits, just went down, and then I just saw the whole building just went, and as the bombs were going, people just started running, and I sat there and watched a few of them explode, and then I just turned around and I just started running for my life.
Started running, floor by floor, it started popping out.
It was if they had detonated.
Detonated.
They were planned to take down a building. Boom, 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 boom.
All the way down.
Boom, 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 boom.
Managed demolitions where they implode a building and they cause it essentially to fall vertically because they cause all of the vertical columns to fail simultaneously. That's exactly what it looked like, and that's what happened.
It was live on television. I mean, just literally millions of people. A controlled demolition when you look at it, because the building essentially fell almost vertically down, as if someone had deliberately set blasts to take place to cause the building to fall vertically.
The entire building has just collapsed, as if a demolition team set off. When you see the old demolitions of these old buildings, it folded down on itself, and it is not there anymore.
Looked like a skyscraper implosion. Looked like it had been done by a demolition crew. The whole thing just collapsing down on itself.
The building looked like it was coming in on itself.
The trade tower seemed to have completely disintegrated.
It was a controlled implosion. It looked as if somebody put TNT all throughout the...
Looks like one of those implosions of buildings that you see.
Controlled implosion.
Secondary explosion inside the building. That's what caused both of the Twin Towers to explode and be demolished.
There was no trade-off of safety for economy.
No one expected the towers to collapse.
After months of analysis, NIST concluded that the World Trade Center had no structural flaws that could account for its collapse.
There's not one iota of scientific evidence that explosives were used to bring down the towers. Absolutely none.
It would take an army of workers. It would take months. So this idea that, some crew dressed in black could sneak in the middle of the night and wire a building like that to be demolished is just, it's absurd.
Federal agencies that were down there do believe that there was some sort of explosive device somewhere else besides the planes.
The towers could not have come down from the planes, and especially Tower 7. No building has ever come down by fire. Do you believe that those two planes took down 3 World Trade Center towers?
It's not a question of belief. It's a question of whether I have any other information, like a controlled demolition. We have looked at that, and I'm sorry if people are upset about this, but we spent a long time very, very seriously looking at that, and that just didn't happen. It takes 2 years to wire a building for controlled demolition, and that's an awful lot of people. You'd have to snuff an awful lot of people.
We don't know if Building 7 is near any other buildings that might
that might be in danger.
Right.
The orientation of Building 7 is certainly close to that entire complex, and if that was the intent of these terrorists to wipe out an entire World Trade Center complex, they seem to be doing it building by building, and had some very sharp calculations in terms of what damage they would cause.